EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the state of Florida and TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the New York Giants. Here's the kicker, Aldrich Rosas, ready to get us going. And off we go from Jacksonville. This is taken at the 3. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, Minshew. He's got his tight end, O'Shaughnessy. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Fournette. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On 2nd and 11 now. Minshew. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Hey, nothing to see here. Just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 27. They'll run with Fournette. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here we go, D.
On 2nd and 9, Minshew. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Marcus Golden, too much to handle that time, gets the sack.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So 3rd and long, here's Minshew. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 15. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. Brought down around the 16 or 17. Had a nice move, but couldn't free much space. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Hey, team 6, team 6.
From the 17, Jones finds his tight end Ingram. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. I ended up having a pretty decent ball game. If I had missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Ready? 60 outlaw. Hey. Hey, exit.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones on the catch. This is Russell Shepard. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
First down.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Big grip.
Now Jones from the gun. He'll throw. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 13 yards, good for a Giant 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here.
61, matchbox, right. Hard. Check 31. Kill. Hey, wahoo.
Here's Jones operating from the gun. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Check. I got you. Both of the mic.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. From 21 yards away, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Those are the drives that prove a lot. You got a rookie quarterback, Charles. You're on the road, takes him down, throws the touchdown pass.
And in a game like this, with, as you described, a rookie quarterback, the team usually says, okay, we got to take care of this guy. We got to protect him. But when he goes out and plays like this on the first drive on the road, He doesn't have to say, I'm here to be your leader. They just need to follow him.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Throwing on 2nd down now, Minshew. Complete to his tight end, Seth DeValve. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Looking to throw it, Minshew. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
That's good for another Jacksonville.
Ready. 18 games.
All day. 29 is
Five.
Hey, they're scared.
Ready.
Throwing on first down is Minshew. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dayon Buchanan. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all we...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Alec Ogletree. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Haywood.
It's going to be a long day. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Here we go. 29.
Minshew, 1st and 10. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. Completes it to Lee. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 37. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook. but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Minshew on 1st and 10. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Hey, orbit.
It'll be Minshew again. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. On is Josh Lambo now for the Jaguar field goal. This from 54 yards away. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the 2nd quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. 2nd half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. This fielded at the 2. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Throwing Jones. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 45-yard line.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
A first down carry for Barkley won't lead to much as he'll take this forward for maybe a yard. It's 2nd down. It was Taven Bryan who got him down defensively. On 2nd and 9, Jones, rush coming, and he's taken down. Preston Brown leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
Switch gears, switch gears. Tight go, tight go, tight go. Switch.
Go out.
Switch. Check 3.
Hey.
That's mine. I got him.
Smith.
Jones now throwing on 4th down. That's going to be caught. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Sterling Shepard, 37 yards. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And it's now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Minshew. Lee's got it over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
18 Gator.
This is Fournette. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Protein spill. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
29 is the Mike. Mike 29. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Back now in Jacksonville. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Bring it. Bring it. Pilot, 64. Weak. Get it.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
You gonna see me in your nightmares. Check 26, check 26. Rush in.
Now.
Rush in. Check 15, check 15.
5.
On 2nd and 9. Jones will get this out to Barkley, complete.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
44, Mike, 44. All right, T, let's check. All right, T. Watch it.
Operating from the gun. Jones looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Nice hit, boy.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Wahoo!
44's the Mike, 44's Mike. Check, check. In your face.
Ready?
On 4th down, Jones. And Ingram hauls it in. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down. Jones now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
Slam, slam, slam. 6-6, pull it high. 44's the mic. 44's the mic.
Jones on 1st and 10. This will be caught at about the 6. Flash those fast feet, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line as he can't get any closer to the end zone. And with his size coming out of the backfield, usually takes more than an arm tackle to get him down. That's why they like to get him involved in the passing game.
No doubt about it. You saw him running that angle route there and catching the ball. And with his size, not often thought to have hands, but we're hearing that more and more. Guys are doing a better job of catching the ball at any size coming out of the backfield because they need to be a full part of the offense.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Now Jones, and give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like...
Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. It's a wobbler, and it's intercepted. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. A pass there complete to Westbrook. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
29 is the Mike 29. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. He's got the hook up to Lee. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down. This quarterback now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10.
Hey, Charlie. Get it.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. Off play action, it's Minshew. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The 20, 10, touchdown, Jaguars. Marquise Lee, 59 yards. And the Jaguars get a score closer. Josh Lambo now for the point after. It's up and good, and it makes it 27-7 now. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Set, ready? 30 base. Hey, echo. Ready?
First throw now for the backup Manning. Finds his tight end Ingram. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
They're not ready for this, man.
Yep.
For this, they still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football. Sponge, sponge, sponge. No.
Bravo.
Fofo to Mike. Mike's Fofo.
Manning looking to throw it. He's got his man. This is Tate. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Jags grab it. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown.